Hi everyone, good morning. Welcome back.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Fine. So today we are going to start AWS. Okay. So how to create AWS account? How can we connect AWS account? What are the services available in AWS? And which services we are going to work in real-time projects? Okay. Once you get into the project, what are the day-to-day activities? Which roles we need to perform in AWS? Okay. How can we handle AWS requests? Right. So that we are going to discuss today. Yeah. So before going to create account, so everyone, yeah. Okay. So this is a new link, right? You joined. Okay, fine. Most of the people already added into the group. So if not added, you can add today itself. Okay. So all the meeting links and the video recordings and everything will be shared in the group only, right? Yeah. Fine. So how can we create AWS account? So go to browser. aws.amazon.com is the URL. aws.amazon.com is the URL. Just enter this. Okay. Yeah. Now click on sign in. Click on sign in. So I already saved my credentials. That is why I'm able to log in. I just want to log out here. Sign out here. Click on sign out. Once you click on sign into the console, you will get one option here. See here. Create a new AWS account. Okay. Yeah. So what is root user? What is IAM user? We'll discuss. Okay. So create a new AWS account. Click on this. Once you click on this, see, so root user email address. You require one Gmail account. You require one Gmail account. You can enter your email address here and account name, your name, whatever name you want to give. You can give here. So click on verify email address. Click on verify email address. So you will get one email. You will get email. In that one ID will be one yeah 6 digit number. You get that you need to enter. Okay. So once you enter that, yeah, I already created account. That is why just I prepared one document. I show you that I've shared with you. The document I share with you. Step by step I prepared.
Sir, root email address is yours, right?
Yes, yes, yeah, correct.
Oh. So once we create, we can give your email address.
Your address, yes, yeah. Account owner address. Account
No, no.
owner address.
I have a question. So AWS account is a paid one, right? You already bought this, so you can share this link to us, right?
Ah, yes, yes.
Yeah. If we share this link, we can use your email address, right? Root email address. Am I right?
No, 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 no. Your email address, not my email address. Your email address. I explain. Just wait for a few minutes.
Okay.
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 Wait.
Okay. Thanks, sir.
So AWS account creation document. So step by step, all the steps I prepared here. I'll share with you in the group today, so that you can follow this. So once you give aws.amazon.com, click on sign into the console. Go down here. So click on create a new AWS account. So after that, give your email address and account name, your email address. So after that, once you give this, click on verify email address. Once you verify this, so you'll get one verification code. You will get one verification code. So that you need to enter here. See here, you need to enter this. Click on verify. Once you click on verify, it will show you successfully verified. Okay. Once it is verified, you need to provide your password and confirm password. You need to give the password. That password should be combination of capital letters, small letters, number, and special character. Right. So minimum 8 characters required here. So password should be strong. So normal weak password it will not take. Okay, strong password, right? So click on continue. After that, see here, personal information. Click on business or personal. You need to select personal only. Don't select business. Okay, personal only. Select personal, full name, phone number, country, address, city, right? So you need to provide all these things. Check this. I read and agree the terms. Check this, right? So click on continue. Finally, it will ask you to provide your bank details, either credit card or debit card details. So these details are mandatory, right? So your credit card or debit card details you need to provide here. So card number, expiry date, expiration date, right? CVV number, card holder name. You need to provide all this information, right? Once you provide this information, after that, so yeah, PAN card, no PAN card. You can select no PAN card. Don't give PAN card. Okay. Verify and continue. Once you click on this, yeah, you'll get one OTP to your bank, to your mobile, right? So that you need to enter here. Once you submit this, what will happen? From your account, 2 rupees will be deducted. Just 2 rupees will be deducted. That 2 rupees will be reverted after 1 week. Okay. So unknowingly, they will not charge anything from your account, right? So yeah, unknowingly, knowingly, they will not charge anything. Okay. So whatever services they give, that we have to use free services. Okay. Yeah. Once you submit this, and it will ask you captcha. You need to enter this captcha, right? You need to enter this code. After that, you can submit this verify code and continue. You can submit this. Once you submit this, account will be created. Okay. Yeah. So this account is this account 1 year free, 1 year free account, right? Yeah. So within 1 year, no need to pay anything, single NP, right? So whatever they give limitations like 750 hours servers, 30 GB storage, 5 elastic IPs, and whatever they give free of cost, that we have to use. How to use that? How can we work on that? I'll explain. Okay. So for example, they give 30 GB storage, you have utilized 50 GB. What will happen here? Anyone having idea? So they
For
give some
20
limitation.
GB, for 20 GB, extra 20 GB, will they, debit from our account?
Yeah. Actually, they don't charge anything. They don't charge anything. They don't deduct any amount from your account,
Mm-hmm.
right? They shoot some emails. So you have this bill. Can you please clear? They send email. Okay. So 1 month, the second month, third month they send. 3 months they send. Okay. So if you respond to that email and you can say you can reply to that email like I'm using free tier account. I'm student, so I'm not using any business account, right? So could you please revert? They can revert. They can make it zero, right? If you don't give response, what will happen? They don't charge anything from your account. They can suspend your account. They stop your account, your AWS account. Okay. So once account is stopped, you cannot use that account, right? So if the account is stopped, you can create one more account, right? To avoid that disturbance, so we need to use properly. So once you practice, you need to stop the servers. You need to delete the servers if the service is not required, right? So properly we have to use, right? If you use properly, you don't get any issues, right? You don't need to create again and again accounts. Okay. Yeah. So make sure everyone keep in your mind. So while practicing the services, AWS services, once complete your practice, you need to delete the resources or you need to stop the resources so that billing will be stopped, right? So this account will work 1 year without any charges. Fine.
Sir, it should be personal or business? Personal, right?
Personal, personal. Yeah.
Okay.
You're asking some question. Another account. Same card it will be allowed. Same card, but same email address it will not allow. Different email address, phone number also same you can give, not an issue. But yeah, email address should be different. And a card number, you can use same card number, no issues. Okay, will allow. Right. So you can create multiple accounts, not an issue, but they can identify. So yeah. So they have some softwares. Whatever hardware you're using from your laptop, that will be captured. Right. That is why. So we should not create multiple accounts. Okay. Yeah. That is why we need to use properly.
Ram, can
Right.
you
So
ping
How
that
once,
can you check
URL?
if resources?
sorry,
Can you ping that
can you come?
URL from which we need to log in?
Yeah, explain. Wait for a few minutes. Yeah, once this account is activated, go back to browser. Again, you can give aws.amazon.com. Same URL. Okay. Enter. Now click on sign in. Click on sign in. Yeah. Once you click on sign in, here it is asking root user, IAM user. What is root user? What is IAM user? So root user is a primary user, right? So this account is free account I'm using, right? So I'm the owner of this account, right? So that is why I can use root account, root user. But in real-time projects, we use IAM user, identity and access management user. So everyone use IAM account only in real-time projects. Okay. So IAM is a normal user, right? So root is a administrator, right? So in real-time projects, we can use IAM user. Here we use root account. So whatever email address you gave in the account, that you need to provide here. Yeah, so you can give the email address here. Click on next. Yeah, give your password, whatever password you gave. Now I'm able to log in my account. So got it right, everyone? Any questions here? Any questions?
Sir,
Anyone?
why and what is the reason we are using in real time IAM user?
IAM user. Yeah. So normally, for example, we are 10 members, team members. We are working with the same project. So everyone using root account. Everyone using root account. So who is doing what? Who is doing what? How can we identify? How can we identify? You are adding some servers, I'm deleting servers, someone creating storage, someone modifying IP addresses, someone doing something. How can we identify? So we 10,
That
10
we
members
can
are using.
that we can identify using the email address, right? Who are using, which user can be used.
Normally, so only user ID will be tracked. User ID will be tracked. User ID will be tracked. So that is why, and security purpose. And also, for example, if any fresher join into the project, So if you give root account, if you give root access, they do something, they do mistakes so many times, right? So that is why. So if you have IAM user, we can control them centrally. We can control centrally. We can control. If any person is living from the project, for example, the person is put down resignation, is living from the project. So by the time we can remove the access, major access, he can log in. He can log into the console, but major accesses we can remove, right? VPC networking access and auto scaling access, major access we can remove. We can control them. So when they use IAM account, centrally we can control, right? So from fresher to directors level, everyone use IAM account only in real time projects, right? Yeah.
Also, why do we have two account actually? Then they should have provide only IAM user access, right? Why we have root as well as IAM?
Real time
Is
projects
it
root will be dis-
two different container or like two different server or something?
no servers, nothing here. So in real time projects, root will be disabled. Root will not be available. Only IAM account. In real
Okay.
time projects, root will not be available. Only troubleshooting purpose, architects they use root account. Others, they don't use root account.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, so
Ah,
in that case, we need to select root user, right? Whenever we are like signing into the console.
yes, root account. Yes. In our test lab,
Oh,
we can select a root account because you are the owner, right, for this account. Yeah, you asking some
yes.
question. IAM user. Yeah, architects and senior DevOps engineers. By using IAM account only, you can create IAM user. By using IAM account, you are senior DevOps engineer, for example. So one person joined into the project. You can create IAM account using your IAM account. You have more rights. Yeah, yeah. So IAM accounts will have different roles, right? We can, yeah, if you are a senior DevOps engineer, you will have all the permissions to create accounts. Okay, yeah, fine. So once you log in into the AWS console, any questions, anyone? Still any questions, anyone? Right. Yeah, once you log in into the console, so these are the recently visited services. Recently visited services, right? So here different services are there. Route 53, EC2, RDS, Relational Database Service, S3, right? Simple Notification Service. So VPC, Virtual Private Cloud. These are all different services, very core services, important services. So recently visited services, right? Yeah. Now here we have my login ID. This is my user ID. My account ID, account name. Okay. Yeah, this is my account ID, 12-digit number, account ID. So my account information, I can check here, right? So organization information, service quotas, what are the limitations we have, billing and dashboard. So if you want to check the bills, previous bills, click on billing dashboard. See here, I can check my bills here. See here, yeah. If you want to check previous month bills, okay, click on bills. So May 2023, April 2023. See here, before that, like this. Okay, yeah, fine. Now, next one, security credentials. If you want to change your password, okay, you need to go to security credentials. Even you can change your username also from here. You can change your password, you can change your username here. Okay. Next one, settings. Your account settings. You can check your account settings here. Okay. Yeah. Next one. Here it is showing global, right? So I opened billing dashboard here, right? Billing. That is where it is showing global. Normally, for example, if I open any other service, EC2 or something, it will show you, it will show you region. Ohio is a region. Ohio is US East 2 region. US East 2 region. So what is region? What is region? Anyone having idea? Region is a location. Region is a, we can say, data center. Region is a data center. Okay. Yeah. So these are all data centers available across the globe. These are all data centers available. So US East North Virginia, US East Ohio, US West North California, US West Oregon, right? These are the four data centers available in US. Okay, AWS data centers. So these are all Asia Pacific, Mumbai, Osaka, Seoul, Singapore, Sydney, Tokyo. These are all Asia Pacific data centers. Canada Central Data Center. So next one, Europe Frankfurt, Europe Ireland, Europe London, Europe Paris, right? These are all Europe, right? South America, right? So these are all data centers available across the globe, right? So what is data center? Anyone? What is data center? Anyone having idea?
Where we place the infra devices.
Right. So where we host all the servers, where we host all the devices, right? Like servers, switches, network, storage. So all the devices we host in the data center. So data center is a, simply you can say server room, right? So all the servers, all the network, all the switches, all the routers, everything available in the server room, right? Yeah. So currently we are not using physical server rooms, right? So earlier, like 8 years back, 6 years back, 10 years back, we used to use local data centers, local server rooms. Currently, we are using cloud data centers, right? So cloud is providing infrastructure, right? So that is why these are the AWS data centers they are using. They are increasing data centers. They are increasing data centers. See here, they are increasing. These are the upcoming data centers. These are the upcoming. These accounts not yet enabled. See here. So data center is there already, but it is not enabled. Okay. So UAE, Middle East, Bahrain, Juris, yeah, these are all, yeah, data centers are all. Fine. So again, we'll come back to data centers. Okay. So before that, next one, see here. So this is support. For example, we are using cloud servers. We are working with client projects. We are using cloud servers. Okay. Uh, Cloud servers, cloud infrastructure, 80% of the infrastructure will be taken care by cloud vendor. Other 20% we have to take care. Because physically the data centers are hosted in their location, right? So Amazon Web Services, Amazon location, Amazon regions, right? So that is why 80% of the activities will be taken care by cloud vendors, AWS engineers. Other 20% we have to take care, which is creating servers, creating snapshots, creating network, creating storages. That we can take care. Okay. Yeah. So here, for example, we are working on networking or any server. We created one server. As a DevOps engineer, as a cloud engineer, what is our role here? We create infrastructure and provide to the developers. We don't develop any code. We don't do any testing. So our role is infrastructure role and automation role. As a cloud engineer, we prepare infrastructure, we hand over to project team. As a DevOps engineer, we can work on infrastructure as well as automation. Automation means we can automate the activities, right? Deployments, code movement, code merging, code pushing, code pulling, report generation, day-to-day activities. We can do in automated way, right? Yeah. Now, our infrastructure is hosted in cloud data center, right? So, for example, if the server is having some issue, or network is having some issue, we cannot resolve because the devices are hosted in cloud data center. That is why what we will do, we raise a support ticket with the AWS. Physically we cannot check, right? Physically there is some issue. We can raise a ticket with the request with the cloud data center, cloud engineers. Okay, see here. So click on this and support center. Click on support center.
Your voice is breaking, sir.
My voice is breaking. Everyone,
Yeah.
can you confirm everyone?
Oh, it's good.
Oh, it is clear for
Am I
us, Ram.
It's good, sir.
it's good, right?
Yeah,
I think
maybe.
Kavita, can you check from your end? Kavita, can you check from your end? Maybe
Okay,
you
okay,
have some.
sir. Yeah,
Yeah.
let me check.
Yeah. Fine. Yeah. So once you click on support center, so if you want to raise a case with vendor, ticket with vendor, request with vendor, see here, go to support center. After that, account and billing support required, or else technical support required. You can select technical here. Now click on create case. Create case. Once you click on create case, again it is asking account and billing support required or technical support required. Select technical. For example, I have network issue, or else resource server issue. Okay, physically some issue is there. I can select technical, right? So now search AWS support resources. Which resource? VPC, or auto scaling, or EC2, or S3 storage, or whatever. You need to search here and compare plans and give the description like I'm unable to access the server, I'm unable to restart the server, I'm unable to stop the server. That whatever issue you have, that you can update in the description and click on submit. Once you submit this request, this will go to AWS. Okay. So once we raise a case or ticket, so every case, every ticket will have some SLA. What is SLA? It's a
Service level agreement. Agreement.
Specific time given to resolve the issue.
Yes, time limit, timeline, right? So within
Yeah.
that, yeah, once they receive the request or ticket, so they check the SLA first. Okay, what is the SLA? Is it a priority request or non-priority request, right? So based on the priority, they work on the issue, they resolve the issue. So once they resolve the issue, they call back us, right? They confirm, they get confirmation from us, right? So once they get confirmation, they close the ticket, right? So AWS will give very good service. AWS is giving very good service to the customers, right? Like because the client pay the bills, right, to AWS. That is why they're giving very good support. Fine. Yeah. Next one here we have bell icon. What is bell icon? So here notifications. Click on notifications here. Open issues, schedule changes, other notifications, event logs, right? If any issues are there, you will get issues here, right? Schedule changes, other notifications, event logs. Click on event logs. So for example, if you operate anything, see here, I opened billing and not now. This is a previous old one. So yeah, just now I opened, right? That also will be generated here. So it may take some time to generate. So if anything you performed in the billing, you will get one notification here. These are all notifications available. Okay. So open and recent issues not there. Schedule changes, no changes. Other notifications, no. Nothing is there. Okay. Only event logs available. Fine. So if any issues happen, so you'll get all the notifications here. Okay. Yeah. Next one. This icon is cloud shell. So instead of your AWS account, you can connect shell. Shell is command line, right? So why we require shell here? To troubleshoot something, to check something. You can connect shell also, right? Yeah. Now, next one. So click on services. These are all services available. If you click on services, these are all services available here. These are all services. Okay. Yeah. So here, very first thing, compute service. This is very important. So in this we have EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud. So by using EC2, we can create servers. Servers like virtual servers, cloud servers. Okay. So whatever servers we are using currently, physical servers. So in place of physical servers, you can use cloud servers here by using EC2. So creating server is very easier, very simple, right? By single click, we can create a number of servers, not only one server, not only two servers, not only 100 servers, 1,000 servers also, we can create within 1 minute. Because these are the on-demand servers. What is on-demand? Anyone? On-demand.
Instant servers.
Instantly, right? So whenever you required, you can create it immediately. So for example, if you want to prepare a physical server, one physical server, that server will take some time, right? So you need to place order with a vendor like Dell vendor, HP vendor. They deliver the server within 2-3 days. So after that, we need to move to data center. We need to connect a power network, right? We need to install operating system. We need to install applications, patches, everything we need to install, configure. So finally, we can move to production, right? So that will take some time, minimum 1 week time, right? But so I'm working on cloud. I'm working on some activities. So I require 10 servers. So in cloud, within 1 minute, you can create with all configurations, all packages, all plugins, all patches, everything. Within 1 minute, we can create, which is nothing but on demand, right? So by using EC2, we can create different types of servers like Linux servers, Windows servers, and Mac OS also available, Solaris also available, different types of servers available, right? So this EC2 we'll see later after 1 or 2 days. Okay. So before going to create services, before going to work on services, first we need to understand this console, right? So yeah. Next one, this is EC2, right? Elastic Compute Cloud. We'll see later. Next one, if you go down here, important services I'm talking about here. So networking and content delivery. Networking and content delivery. Click on this. So here we have different services are there. Route 53, right? So API gateways, AWS App Mesh, right? Yeah, CloudFront, AWS Cloud Map, different things are there. And also very important one, which is a VPC, Virtual Private Cloud. This is networking part. This is networking part. Okay. Now we'll discuss about VPC. Okay. So I'm just giving overview. Okay. So we are not doing any practical session now. Today, tomorrow, we don't have any practical sessions. First, we need to understand console, right? So before going to work on any service, first we need to understand. For example, here we have, see here we have Ohio. Ohio is a US East 2 region, right? Yeah. So normally, yeah, we are talking about VPC also, right? Yeah. Now, so
Sir,
now we are talking about, yeah. Go
yeah,
ahead,
I have
please.
a doubt. Ohio will be a default region we need to use every time. Like we can use
Yes.
either Mumbai as well. Like there is
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
specific
So,
region we need to use.
right. So Ohio is a default region. When you create
Okay.
account, so by default
Mhm.
Ohio will show, right? If you want to switch to other region, for example, I want to switch to Mumbai region. Click on Mumbai. I can switch to Mumbai, right? So because, for example, our team members are in Mumbai, India, and US, Europe, Australia. So as per their requirement, you need to change this region. So for example, I got request today, for example. So in Europe, Frankfurt region, our team members are there. In Europe, Frankfurt, they required 20 servers, 20 resources. I can change this region, go to Frankfurt, Europe, Frankfurt. In this region, I can create servers. Okay. For example, Europe team is there, but I created servers in Mumbai region. Little latency will be there. If they want to access this servers, Mumbai servers, latency will be there. Latency, some delay. Okay. Yeah, that is why. So as per the client requirement, this will be decided by client only. We don't decide this. So client required servers in Europe or US. According to that, we need to select this region. Okay. We don't decide this region. Okay. So by default, we are getting Ohio. You can use Ohio. Don't go to Mumbai. Okay. So Ohio is the better one, best region for test servers. Everyone use Ohio only. Okay. So if you use Mumbai, sometimes we get some issues. Don't use Mumbai region. So you can use Ohio or North Virginia. These two are better. Yeah. So for testing, test environment, we are using free account, right? Free accounts, these two are, yeah, you can use. Two regions you can use. Either Ohio or North Virginia. Fine. Yeah. Now, here we are talking about data centers, right? Data centers and VPC we are talking about. Now, for example, I'm just giving overview here. Regions and zones. Zones. For example, this is our region. This is our region. What is region? Anyone? Region is a location or data center also you can say, right? Region. You can say this is Mumbai region. Mumbai region, for example. Okay. So region is a data center location, we can say, right? Yeah. So this region configurations will be taken care by AWS only. We don't need to worry about. Okay. Yeah. Under this region, again, we have availability zones, right? So what is availability zone? For example, this is zone 1. For example, this is Hyderabad zone. Zone 2. This is Bangalore. Zone 3. This is Chennai. Okay. So 3 zones are there. 3 zones are there in the region, right? So region is a primary data center. Zones are also data centers. Okay. But zones we can say DR data centers. Okay. So region is a data center. Zone also data center. These zones we can say DR data centers, disaster recovery data centers. Okay. Yeah. Now, what is zone? What is the use of zone? We'll try to understand. So zone is a data center, DR data center. What is the use of zone? So I give small example here. In 2016, major floods happened in Chennai. 2016. So by the time, most of the IT area affected, most of the IT companies shut down, most of the data centers shut down because water came into data centers, office floor, right? So by the time, one of our AWS data center also down. If the zone is down, if the Chennai zone is down, so whatever applications are running here, whatever servers are running here, whatever databases are running here, everything will be down, right? So why the zone is down? Because by the time there was no power, no electricity, no diesel to run the generators, because everywhere water, right? No drinking water also. So by the time our employees, Chennai employees, they moved from Chennai to Hyderabad, they worked from here because no water, no electricity, right? Yeah. So by the time our zone also down, Chennai zone. So this zone is accessible globally accessible. But these applications, databases, everything down here. If that zone is down, if the application is down, if the database is down, the client will get, the business will be impacted, right? Client business will be impacted. So that is why, so this availability zones, we can say DR data centers, right? So DR data center means what will happen? So from zone 1 to zone 2, data will be replicate. Every minute, the data will be replicated from zone 1 to zone 2, zone 2 to zone 3. Like this, data will be replicate every minute. So data will travel from one zone to other zone. So this Chennai zone is down. For example, Chennai is down. The Chennai is down. What will happen? Whatever applications are running here, whatever databases are running here, whatever servers are running here, those will be accessible from Hyderabad, right? So because, so AWS is giving high availability. What is high availability? High availability. So even one zone is down, application will not be down anywhere. Even region also down, entire region is down. For example, so Mumbai region is down, entire region. If the region is down, all the zones will be down. If the Mumbai region is down, all the zones will be down because, so region will maintain zones, right? So if the Mumbai region is down, entire region is down, our data will be accessible from nearby edge location, which is Singapore. Nearby data center is Singapore. So entire data center is down, entire region is down, our applications will not be down anywhere. Our applications will be accessible from Singapore or Sydney, right? Nearby edge location. So few months back, North California was down. North California, US region was down. By the time we access from North Virginia. Okay, immediately that will be accessible. So AWS is providing high availability, high security, right? If any customer want to opt to cloud platform, first question here is how the security will be addressed. So if I take cloud platform to my project, so how the security? That is most important, right? If I host my databases, if I host my applications, if the AWS is unable to provide security, what will happen? Business will be impacted, right? So that is why AWS is providing high security, high availability. Since 2012, I'm using AWS. I'm working on AWS, right? I haven't seen any single security concern. Okay, AWS is 100% secured. Fine, yeah. So these are the regions and zones, right? So these regions, zones will be taken care by AWS only. You don't need to touch anything. This configurations will be taken care by AWS. So inside of this zone, what we will do? We create VPC. What is VPC? Virtual Private Cloud, right? That will be taken care by DevOps engineers and cloud engineers. So here we can create VPC. Virtual Private Cloud is a custom network, our own network. Right? So this is our own network. Instead of the data center, we can create our own network, our private network, virtual private cloud. For example, this is the floor, right? So in this floor, there is no our custom network. There is no our custom room. So in this floor, there is no rooms. One class is going there, one class is going here. Office staff is talking something there. There is no rooms, there is no partitions. Some disturbance will be happened, right? No security. The same way in the data center, so every organization they access the network, right? So that is why we required our own network, custom network, to secure our resources. So that is why we create our own VPC, own network. So inside of this network, we can create our servers. So that what will happen? No one can enter into our network because we can implement the security, right? Yeah. So this will be taken care by DevOps engineers and AWS engineers. Okay. Yeah. So inside of this network, what we will do, we can create subnets. Different color for easy understand. So instead of this network, we can create subnets. What is subnet? Anyone? Yesterday we discussed. What is subnet?
Is a smaller network inside a large network.
Yeah. Subnet is a sub-network, small network. Instead of the large network, we can create sub-network, right? So subnets are two types. Like public subnet and a private subnet. So what is public subnet? What is private subnet? Anyone having an idea? What is public subnet? What is private subnet? Yeah, I explain this. So in public subnet, we can create public servers. In private subnet, we can create private servers. In public servers, what we will do, we can host public applications. In public servers, we can host public applications. Private servers, we can host private applications, right? So public servers we can access through internet. Public applications we can access through internet. What are the public applications we are using currently? Google, Facebook, YouTube. These are all public applications, right? We can access through internet. So private applications, how can we access? We can access through intranet. Intranet, right? So what is intranet? Internet, intranet. What is intranet? Anyone?
So local
So
server land, right?
within the
Local
organization,
within the
within the
organization land.
right? Yeah. So if you want to connect your office network, how can you connect using your laptop, official laptop? How can you connect? For example,
Through
VPN.
through VPN.
through VPN. Right? So through VPN, we can connect our office network. So for example, I want to access my private application. Private application means like time card entries, leave management system in real-time projects. Time card entry means attendance. So daily 9 hours we need to fill the time card. So leave management system, that is application. If you want to apply leave, right? So those applications, if you want to access through internet, is it possible? Within the organization,
No.
there are applications.
No,
You
internet
want
is
to
not.
access to internet, it will not be possible, right? First, we can connect VPN. VPN will allow you to connect your private network so that we can access our private applications, right? So every organization, they use public network, private network. So in public network, we can host public servers. In public servers, we host public applications. What are those public applications? So company websites, job portals, they host in public servers. So private servers, they host Outlook, email communication. So Teams, Microsoft Teams is the communicator. They host Teams in private servers and time card entries, leave management system. So cab booking means yeah. So if you are working on second shift or night shift normally, so we book cab right internally. So that application we host in private servers, right? So private applications we can connect through intranet within the network, private network. Public servers you can connect through internet, right? Yeah. For example, so public, I'm talking about public application. For example, so this website I'm able to access through internet. This application, this website, accessing through internet, right? So because they host in public server, right? Even job portals also, right? So if I want to access time card entries, right? So what I can do here, time card dot. Now it is not accessing, unable to access this. Site can't be reached. Through internet, you cannot access. If you connect VPN, VPN will allow you to connect your private network. VPN is a server, right? Once you connect the server, that will allow you to connect your private network, right? So this is the difference here. You understand, right, everyone? What we're discussing here. So this VPC subnets will be taken care by DevOps engineers and cloud engineers. So DevOps engineer, cloud engineer. Why I'm talking about this? So every organization, for example, if the organization is big organization, right? Roles will be divided. Cloud will be maintained by cloud engineers. DevOps will be maintained by DevOps engineers. If the company is startup company, small company, DevOps engineer will maintain cloud as well as automation. Okay. So big organizations roles will be divided. Okay. Small organizations, everything will be taken care by one person only. Not one person, team will be there, but the people, the team size like five members or 6 members, they maintain cloud as well as DevOps tools also, right? Yeah. Any questions here? Anyone up to here? So this is very important. So here we have entry questions also in VPC. So entry questions also. So what is subnet? What are the types of subnets? Right. So and subnet ranges. They ask subnet ranges. Okay. So while working on VPC, we'll go deep dive. Subnet is a subnetwork, small network, right? And what is public subnet? What is private subnet? Public subnet is a subnet. We can host public servers in public subnet. So public servers you can access through internet, right? So private subnet is a subnet. You can host private servers in private subnet. So we can access private applications through intranet. Once we connect VPN, VPN will allow you to connect our private applications, right? So, and the subnet ranges also they ask 10.0.0.0/16, how many IPs we can accommodate. /16, how many IPs we can accommodate. /24, how many IPs we can accommodate. /20, how many IPs we can accommodate. So this type of questions we get. Okay, I explain while working on VPC. Practically we create the VPC and subnets. Practically we'll see this. Okay, while working on VPC, practically we'll create this, and instead of the VPC we can create subnets. Instead of the subnets we can create servers. We can access the servers. Right? We can test it practically. We can work on this. Fine.
All the servers are stored in the region specific.
Yeah, region specific. Yes. Region this. Yes.
Sir, those topics, whatever we are covering, is it belongs to AWS developer or only automation or
Not AWS
infrastructure?
developer. Infrastructure. AWS engineer. Infrastructure engineer. Okay. We don't do any develop here. So this is not developer role, right?
Okay.
So developer is different. So you require a developing background, Java or whatever developing. But this is a different role. AWS and DevOps role is not developer role. Infrastructure engineer and automation. Infrastructure management and automation. Okay. So as a cloud engineer, as a DevOps engineer, we create infrastructure, we provide the infrastructure to development team, like client projects. Okay. So this is a different role, not developer role.
Okay.
Which role we need to call it, developer or this is admin roles?
It's kind of admin, yes, kind of admin, but not purely admin. Automation, and so we should not call it as admin. Should not call it as developer. This is completely different role, which is automation with cloud. Okay, cloud infrastructure. So we are not admins. We are not developers. Right? This is different role. DevOps engineer.
Sometimes I heard like AWS developer.
That is different. Actually, AWS developer means so development roles, coding roles. That is a different role. You don't require that. You require background, developing background. Fine. Yeah. So tomorrow we walk through remaining services. So whatever services we have here. So after that, we can start working on services one by one. Okay. So make sure everyone create the account today itself. Okay. I provide you this document, the group, whatever document I shown you, this document I provide you the group, so that everyone create the account today and you can activate the account. Just walk through this console. Just walk through this console here. What are the services available, right? So what are the things available? Just click on this networking and you can check this regions, zones. I'll show you. Just walk through this, whatever we discussed today. So tomorrow I show you different services here, and the day after tomorrow, after that we'll start working on practical sessions.